Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. I'm the editorial director here at Sweetwater. You know, there's nothing like a great Les Paul, and there was no one like the great Les Paul. Here at Sweetwater, we wanted to express our thanks for all the contributions that Les made to the music and to the careers that we all have in music today. While I wish I could claim that I was personal friends with Les, I will say that I had the honor of meeting him several times, and I also had the great honor of having a dinner with him in Nashville a few years ago. And I have to say, he was one of the nicest, most friendly, most genuine guys I've ever met, with a true enthusiasm for life, for music, and for technology. Les Paul was born as Lester William Polsfuss. Later, the name was shortened to Polfus. And over the years, during his radio days and at different points in his career, he also used the names Red Hot Red and Rhubarb Red. He was an inventor from a very early age. He started playing harmonica at the age of 8, and shortly after that, invented a neck-worn harmonica holder that's still being used today. By 13, he was a semi-professional musician, and by 17, he'd gone completely pro. He was working with a radio band at the time, and over the course of his early career, he worked with all the stars of the day, including all the big bands, people like Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, and many of the other stars of the day. As his career progressed, he also had hit radio shows under his own name with his trio and with his then-wife Mary Ford. And in fact, with Mary Ford, he recorded some of his biggest hits. Songs like Vaya con Dios and How High the Moon were major hits in their day. And in fact, over the years, he continued having hits. In 2006, he won 2 Grammy Awards for an album he released in that year. Of course, many people are most familiar with Les from his namesake Les Paul Gibson guitar. By the early 1930s, he was experimenting with electrifying acoustic guitars, and in 1939 he built the Log, which was one of the earliest solid-body guitars created. His early experiments with electric guitars and solid-body guitars led to Gibson contacting him in the early 50s, and of course to the famous Les Paul model guitar that we've all known and loved over the years. But Les Paul's contributions to the music industry go way beyond guitars. He was also a major leader and innovator in the field of recorded music. He was one of the first to have a home recording studio, and in fact in 1948 Capitol Records released a record that he began in his garage studio that was recorded entirely to acetate discs and that featured Les recording 8 different guitar parts. This is one of the first examples of multi-tracking, and Les actually created it using sound-on-sound techniques. Around this time, Bing Crosby gave Les his first reel-to-reel tape recorder. Les immediately recognized the potential. He added extra playback heads to it and was able to do things like sound-on-sound recording on tape and also develop effects such as tape echo. He later helped design an 8-track reel-to-reel tape recorder and commissioned Ampex to build it for him for use in his home studio. The ideas that he had, the innovations that he came up with on these multi-track recorders are still used today. They're the core of multi-track tape recording today. Over the years, Les was recognized with many awards and honors. In fact, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Grammy Hall of Fame, the National Broadcasters Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Inventors Hall of Fame. He's the only person to be a member of all 5 of those halls of fame. He also received many other honors, such as the Grammy Trustees Award, and he was an honorary member of the Audio Engineering Society. As a guitarist, Les Paul continued to perform up till almost the time of his death. He had a regular gig in New York City where many famous guitarists would come in and jam with him. And I'm happy to say that I did actually get to see him play not too long ago, and he was still wonderful. He still had all the fire, he still had all the imagination, and all the technique that he always had. Probably more than any single individual, Les Paul changed the way that modern music is made and recorded. On behalf of everyone here at Sweetwater, I'd like to thank him for his contributions and for all the inspiration he's given us. I'm Mitch Gallagher, the editorial director at Sweetwater.